past and just plays as active as possible.
Well,
I wouldn't mind seeing that diffusal.
Yeah, I'd love to actually see the troll mid, just because you're closer to the Magnus as well, so you actually get more empowers in the early portion of the game. Yeah, I'm
you like
excited
it?
to see this. Yeah,
You think Team Secret has a better draft then? Or
if the troll goes mid, I'm excited to see that evolution of their drafting approach.
For me, it's all on the Slardar. If the Slardar has a decent laning stage, if they don't manage to shut him down, it's Vici Gaming's game. If they do manage to take down Slardar and shut him down, then it's going to be pretty rough, but I would still say 55-45 for Vici.
okay, well let's see how old 11 does in that Slardar then indeed as we head over to a commentary team of Kat and Kyle for Team 2.
That's right, we had a very hype Game 1, and before we get into Game 2, we're going to have a brief word from our channel point sponsors in chat. Kyle, take it away.
Yeah, congratulations, 5 million. We're going to need to increase those target numbers very early in the tournament to hit our first goal, but good job, chat. And now
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Okay.
They told me to say that.
Let's get into the game. Vici Gaming versus Team Secret, Game 2, after a very, very tight Game 1. And I think the entire DPC, we've gone with this story, and because it's true, every single series really matters. And now, as we get into the majors and we get into the wild card, it's not every series that matters, it's every individual game that matters, Kyle.
Oh yeah, like this is, it's just kind of nuts, like this format. We're gonna see 4 teams eliminated. Tomorrow, 4 teams leave the tournament, and there's some big names, major champions, world champions, and this match is huge. Secret, they lost the gimme to Gambit, not a tournament favorite right now. It seems like there's 4 front runners, right? Secret, Nigma, IG, Vici. Vici already 1-1. They love to get a win here. Secret with a 2-0, I believe, moves into sole possession of first place.
Yeah,
maybe IG's tied with them.
Yeah.
Either way.
And on Vici Gaming's side, they need to be able to get wins here. They need to be able to not only get out of the wild card stage, they need to be able to get out of the group stage, and they need to be able to go far enough to claim top 8 for a, okay, maybe you're in, top 6 for like 100% guarantee.
Yep. And oof. This Troll versus TA matchup, it's one of the better ones against the TA. Batrider used to be up there, not quite as solid nowadays, I think, after the changes to the way your napalm works, but Troll with the mischance, able to pound in auto attacks with the extra range as well, it's quite nice. And then Puppey, we've seen some Leech Seed level ones, but Puppey knows what's up. The Nature's Grasp, way too strong. Level 1 ability, even the boots first to trade better hits.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Train Protector lately, and I was looking at Leech Seed, and if you're trading hits back and forth, the 80 damage that it does and the 80 heal that you get, that feels okay. But everything else, damage by itself, not that amazing. Movement speed slow, not hardly anything.
Yep.
So really, it feels like an ability that is maybe value just purely for trading off, but if they just kind of run away from you, it's not going to feel that amazing. The movement speed slow coming out from the Brambles is going to be much better. So you said Nisha very likely to win against TA, right?
It's a trade, but okay. I think that Troll can win, whereas like I don't know any other hero in Dota that can just like beat TA.
Yeah.
And the mischance just super effective. TA can't really trade effectively against the Troll. Another thing I really like, we talked about Vici and their focus on the macro side of Dota, like pushing to get into the late game. But once again, you look at the answers to BKBs. Sure, Vici, they have Chronosphere, they have a lot of physical damage, but Secret, you have RP, and you have the root from Puppey. So TA just really needs BKB to deal damage. You have multiple methods now of dealing with it, and later on in the game, it's a Magnus, it's a Troll, it's a Morphling. Like, you're going to be able to go late game no problem here on Secret.
And now what do you think about these side lanes then? Because we're already seeing PYW and Old 11 put a lot of pressure on this Morphling. Even if they can't force him to actually go down here, they can at least keep him out of CS range and such. Favorite here?
Definitely the Slardar Willow. This was back when Boxy was still active for Team Liquid. This was one of their favorite combinations, him on the Slardar, Taiga on the Willow. Very powerful in the laning phase, a lot of lockdown. And you even heard the panel talking about it. Troll against Slardar is pretty happy. Morphling, not quite so much if you're unable to trade hits effectively. And it really comes down to the support matchup, right? tree isn't actually able to trade with the Willow. It's not like you're up against something like a Clockwork where you can just body and back and forth.
So what's the reason that they put Troll in the mid lane as opposed to the Morphling?
I think Morph just gets crushed by TA.
Yeah, it's a pure damage, right? From side blades, it wrecks you.
And also, TA can push the lane. You have a hard time doing that.
Right.
The pure damage, like you get out farmed, the traps everywhere, make it easy for you to be hunted. And top lane, Zai's doing quite well, but they can't really pressure Void too well. Zai does love going for this Shockwave build. We've seen a lot of offlane mags prefer it, but Oyoyo, as you see, leaps it immediately, so easy tit for tat.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not even sure. They would have to Shockwave and then Telekinesis right as he's about to time walk away.
Yeah, it's not.
In order to keep the damage on him, and that's just going to be a lot of spells being used for not a huge effect. So, if anything, we may end up seeing the kills go the other way around. Puppy, right up there in the face of both PYW and Old 11. He does not want Matumba Man pressured anymore.
That was really big for Monty, though, because he's so morphed into Agi there that if he's actually able to get a few hits off, it's quite a lot of damage. And I like that Old 11 just went for this early ring of health. You know, it's all about sustain. If you get to a point where you fall behind against Morphling, laning just gets really, really difficult.
Pushing PYW back, Matumba Man thinks it's an opportunity to try and trade some hits with Old 11, but
yeah, he's crushing down here, though. This is a pretty nasty CS lead.
Yeah,
25
really
and 6. Like, it's 4.5 minutes in. He's missed, what, like 2 creeps?
yeah. Oh, Old 11.
Just keep it up with the mid.
He used to be one of my favorite offlaners, man.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like this guy, his peaks are so high.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a question of whether or not he ever kind of like throws away his lead. And you could see why he's able to build up a lead in the first place. This guy is really good at being able to perform in the laning phase, getting a very nice lead, 26 and 7 right now.
Yeah, one of the more volatile players, I think, in Dota 2. And, you know, always has had that potential to be world class, has been world class for some time, but certainly goes through phases where not quite as strong. Oh,
telekinesis, but unfortunately he's taken out of it by the cookie.
That.
He wanted that the other way around. He wanted to catch him after the cookie hits him, and that could have stopped everything. But instead, just a slight time difference, half a second at most, means First Blood is going to go to Vici Gaming. And now on the other side, we could see that side lane also being won by Vici. Secret, they may have doubled down pretty heavily on the late game here, but if they lose their lanes hard enough, it's going to be disaster. But he walked back into that swing. Old 11 will probably die here thanks to the rotation from Yapzor, but it is going to leave Zai a little bit high and dry, and ultimately, Old 11 says, hey, I got your ass.
And we talked about, so Secret, yeah, you have the answers to the team fight. You've got answers to the BKBs, but this time it's Vici that have the way easier time just finding kills. They have the Slardar, they have the TA traps, they've got massive burst damage. They can take out a Roshan in like 15 seconds. And it's Secret, the support to a Rubik Tree, very low damage, very defensive, not really able to get much done. And they're court, Morphling, Magnus, Troll. Who's actually trying to kill heroes in this game for Team Secret?
Any prediction on Roshan time, where our panelists were trying to figure out exactly how quickly Vici Game was going to be able to pull it off?
I'd say pre-20 minutes.
Pre-20 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Go with like 17:43.
Okay, I'm going to go 15:26.
Okay. Price has righted me a little bit, but I'll accept it.
I give you a decent window.
That's true.
Plus, you said before 20 minutes. I feel like, you know, Vici Gaming, they lose any kind of momentum here, and it's definitely going to be a later Roshan. But things are going well for them so far. Doing well in the laning phase. Already over 1,000 net worth lead. Puppy scouting out the fact that, yep, they're doing ancient stacking. No surprise there when you've got a Templar Assassin.
I think he blocked the camp with that sentry. It's going to get skied out by PYW. Really nice job, though. This is why TA is so strong.
What was that? Yapzor. Oh, he got caught by a trap while trying to go for... I'm not sure what he was going for. It certainly wasn't a power rune.
Oh, that ward should have been spotted out there. I think Puppy placed that on his foray into the bottom Vici jungle, and this is what makes the TA so strong. We saw them in the previous game, though it did lose with the Bristleback. It's these early ancient stacks. It becomes this objective. So your 5 position on Secret, Puppy, he has to invade, because that just, it's a free 1,000+ gold if you allow the TA to naturally progress towards it. And Vici are already sitting on a pretty significant lead.
And a 5 position by himself isn't going to stop. Maybe he could soak some experience or something, but I mean, like they don't really have the cores to go stop that. The most active hero they have is Magnus. And he is doing okay in CS. A little bit better than I expected, honestly, considering that he was left alone by YapzOr for a bit. But he's doing a little pull shenanigans. Okay, an early smoke. I assume this is going to be going to the triangle, but maybe they're going bottom to the Slardar instead? I'd be curious.
It's tough. Like, this is a rotation. Very optimistic.
Well, they are going to go for old 11 here, and very likely...
That's how you make plays.
Okay, Matama Man, he's going to turn into the Slardar, giving them an extra disable, and that makes it a whole lot easier.
Now, great kill, but very foreboding for Secret's game here.
Yeah.
When your carries Morphling skilling ult level 6 so that he can become the stun, because otherwise you don't have one. It's very, very sketch.
How do you make lineups work like this, Kyle? When you do draft sort of kind of double care, you don't know? It's a mystery.
Me and Insania giggle about it because obviously we've got a lot of different concepts in common, but like, I don't know how to win games without stuns. And we would lose games, we'd be like, oh, we didn't have stuns. Like, you have to outplay, you've got to set up for the right team fight, abuse vision control a lot of the time. And it's just so much more fun. Like Vici game, it's just, okay, hey, see that guy? Let's go get him. It's way more fun to play.
It definitely feels like the advanced strategy. You know, if you were putting Dota 2 in a hard mode, it'd be like, okay, playing without stuns.
Yep. And it's still possible, don't get me wrong. You know, you can take Ancient Stacks yourself as Team Secret thanks to the Empower, but poor Matu.
Being run at here very, very heavily, and Vici Gaming aren't going to really slow down. They should be able to take that bottom tier 1 tower.
And the thing you got to remember is Morphling, in theory, very good against Slardar, right? The trouble is, you're forced to morph strength to survive. You lose armor tick by tick, then TA shows up with a melt. You're amped. Suddenly you're into negative armor. The HP, much like we saw in the previous game with the roles flipped, it means that no matter how much health you have, you're still dying on like 4 shots.
This is why they brought so many heroes bottom lane. They needed to make sure that when they do go for this tower, they're strong enough to finish it off. Otherwise, the living armor is going to be hell to pay, and they've actually caught him inside the overgrowth. 2-man RP set up. The cookie gets him out of the skewer back, though, and old 11 hits a stun to allow the Templar Assassin to continue his retreat. Ultimately, he pays the price, but Secret holding on to their tower for now. But the Chronosphere immediately going out with the shots coming in from the Snapfire. Can they kill him fast enough, or can he get off his ult? Oh, he already used his ultimate. Never mind. He pops it to kill the Slardar a little bit faster, and as a result, had no defense whatsoever.
You actually take that if you're Team Secret, though, because you trade a 1-for-1. But look, Matu has had a minute's worth of space. He's smacking the tower. Forced Glyph. He kept the catapult alive, so won't be able to get it. Okay, I thought it was actually a lot more damage dealt, but either way, it's something to get your Morphling into the game. Looks like it'll be the mask.
Yeah, you say a full minute, but he did die at the start of that engagement bottom. Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's had maybe 30 seconds.
He legitimately had to pay with his life to get some space.
Yes.
And old 11, I love it. You know, you just see this from certain teams where it feels like once they get this favorable laning phase, inexperienced teams allow that carry, allow that mid to recover.
Yeah.
Better teams like Vici, old 11, he's got an X painted on this Matamba Man Morphling. Expect him to chase him around the map for the rest of this game.
Poyo sticking on a puppy right now, really hoping for some bashes, but ultimately doesn't give them, so he's going to have to give up on a support trade, leaving DY to die. Now, PYW, he's really in deep here, but he's going to be able to get a TP away while under the effects of Shadow Realm.
Yeah, YapzOr. Oh, early earn on Zai. Get a stack off, continuing to farm. That's a pretty nice spell to have stolen in YapzOr's pocket, but...
What's he got?
The Willow Ultimate.
Oh, that is nice.
That is Willow Ultimate, right?
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, don't get both.
No, that would be
a little OP.
Oh, look at Matamba Man caught out. Did he get off Strength Morph? He didn't.
Yeah.
Nice execution. You could see old 11 was really waiting for DY to hit that perfect moment. Finally catches up, gets the cookie. Beautiful combo.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see for the rest of this mid game. Like, it's just so hard for Matu. He needs to farm lanes. He's not yet strong enough to take stacks, and really, he needs to leave his safe triangle for Nisha. Stacks, way more efficient. He's got Empower. Morphling, of course, with no cleave. And Vici, if they can just sit on this mid tower, you know, they're going to be out farming. They've taken bottom. Look at all the space that Poyo is.
Just restole bet them. No big deal.
Could be
Refreshed it.
I like the early hood on 11 too. Like, he doesn't seem to need damage. Like he just killed a Morphling with a Snapfire. Blink up next, and now deceptively tanky.
Yeah, it's amazing the number of things that Snapfire gives. We've been talking about it during the DPC. It just feels like this hero gives you too many things.
Yep.
Minus armor for Roshan, for tower taking. She's tanky as hell as a support. 2 different stuns potentially, huge amount of damage. Like, she really does do it all, and it's allowing old 11 to forgo a Blink Dagger for a tankier build, which he needs right now, as he is kind of being hunted.
This hood means hood, full wand, a couple of gauntlets. You can't go from that. Three secret heroes with their spells active, realizing this is not going to work. Any sort of response will get turned around on. We're going to be in big trouble. And you know, in my research for the major, you saw a lot of Snapfire played by Vici. A lot of wins with Snapfire. And it does seem like one of those heroes that's just great to have in your draft, to your point, because it's not just the damage application, it's also so easy to position. You saw the Chronosphere, that was all just damage from the fire. Like you're spitting fire 2,000 units away, no cares in the world, nobody's going to find you in the back line. And the blink skip on the TA, quite nice here. You already have 2 heroes going in front of you. The Dragon Lance is necessary to be able to provide optimum damage in the Chronosphere. You have that extra distance to work with to ensure you're not caught in the bubble as well. And everything working out for Vici.
Look at old 11, continuing that tank build, going straight for the Aghanim Scepter.
Okay.
For the TA build, by the way, I feel like this is the only build right now. Like nobody should be going these early. Just get that Hurricane Pike or that Dragon Lance for excuse me, and just go straight Death Zone, straight running to people with dreads and right-clicking them. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a big gripe I have with early Blink Dagger sometimes. You see even Pucks, you know, never the Blink Rush anymore because it's too expensive for no stats, for no damage, for no increase to the speed of your farming. And Dragonlance now very stat efficient, slight buff, and I think it was 7.29C.
Yeah. See that smoke? He smoked just to get vision down, just so they have better opportunity to be able to take Roshan, which I believe predict is in 10 seconds. So
he doesn't know this, but awesome timing, because Puppey has 2 wards placed to defend that triangle. There's no way you're going to sentry there. You've seen no one enter the area of the map.
Oh. All right, 1526 is, I meant to say, is when they're going to start doing Roshan. They are going to be chased away, though. Looks like Secret they're aware, but the vision from Vici Gaming is giving a bit of heads up there. Time dilation, no Chronosphere. He just wants to be able to kick Zai out of this area.
Really cool discipline there from Zai. I was like, did that miss? No, I think he popped stick immediately after taking the damage because he recognized there might be follow-up. So he had to try to live through a potential Chronosphere. It's really nice little decision-making. You can see these are 2 teams. I know it's the wildcard phase, but realistically, 2 of the top 5 teams in the world on our screens as we speak.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It feels like the 2 teams that come out of this wildcard stage, especially in my mind, if it's these 2, they're going to go real deep in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Secret's like, well, we don't need to be here, but, you know, if we're going to stay here, make it to groups, like, we might as well just try to win the tournament. And also, definitely a bone to pick. They had a long DPC season where certain analysts were discussing, was EU the weakest region? The underperformance in Singapore, was it a fluke? Was Secret actually good? Was the region actually good? And now, maybe they don't need any points for TI, but wouldn't mind a little bit of a confidence boost.
Yeah, imagine being so good and so dominant that you place 4th out of 20 teams, and people are like, man, you guys really sucked it up, huh?
Indeed.
You didn't win?
I remember hearing the interviews during the league, you know, a couple early losses in the season from Secret. And we were talking, I think it was Zyre Yapsor, just they realized, we weren't going to try so hard, but then we realized that we really hate losing. Losing sucks. So we decided to start trying a little harder, and suddenly they found more success. Now they're here. 1 game up, but behind. Vici 6-4, but more importantly, 4K gold lead. Check out the items. They have their timings. They've got the Deso. They've got the Hood. Soon to have the Ags fully completed on Old 11. Maelstrom, Orbit Corruption on Poyoyo. I keep saying Poyoyo, but there's no extra Y. If there was an extra Y, it would have really helped me out here, Cap.
Poyoyo. Just keep it going. Just keep saying yos until you come to an eventual stop. Vici Gaming, one gripe I did, and I think we both share this gripe from last game, was the fact that when they hit a timing, they weren't aggressive enough in taking over the game. And I'm beginning to feel like that may be happening again here, Kyle.
Yeah, the Manta's coming out soon from Secret will change the state of the game a little bit, because right now that amplified damage, the Meld Strike, that's a huge amount of burst. Well, Manta dispels, also dodges the Meld Strike if it's disjointed.
We're going to get back into it here. We're rapidly approaching 20 minutes, and Vici Gaming has yet to try and do Roshan, hasn't yet managed to force things. Looks like they're going to go for it now. Zai just barely managed to get up to that high ground. Vici Gaming looks like now they're really going to force Roshan. The Corsair going up. Who did he catch? He managed to get Zai. Zai, he's going to be falling almost immediately, but the Troll is going headlong in, but now he's headed right back out as he gets terrorized up. He's going to turn his damage onto Poyo Yo. Cookie trying to get him away. He's been locked down and snared up, and he just dies. Nisha managed to bring him down, and he's still alive still. Old 11 chasing up to him. Does he have a bash? He's got that. The chain stuns are coming in. Eventually the Troll does go down. Puppy's going to fall as well. Even if they kill the carry of the Faceless Void, that is not the true damage dealer right now. That lies in Ori's hands with the Desolator, and you can see the damage just comes in waves, and he gets washed out. But Tubba Man, bye-bye. Down the river he goes, and let's head to the Roshan pit.
Control the armor, Cap. You control the game. Nothing you can do there with Matu. Shifting strength, yeah, you get the health, you lose the armor, and you can just see the Deso, the Shredders, the Amps. There's way too much damage output. Puppy did what he could. You saw the Holy Locket heal to try to keep Nisha alive. He does finish off Void, but you made the right point. This is not the same meta. The carry is not the carry. It's this guy on your screen right here, trying to redeem himself after a pretty big miscue to close out that first game. Ori on the TA, now with the DD bottled, has the Aegis, soon to have a Hurricane Pike. Look, like too much. Oh, whoa, let's Skewer.
Oh, Skewer back underneath the Seer 1 as well. They're going to be able to take out that Aegis pretty quickly. No, actually one. He got a second round of refraction. Oh no, this is bad for Secrets as they're not able to catch the heroes they really wanted there. Vici Gaming should be able to get away pretty nice and easy.
That would have been a very nice pick. Man, they defend their mid tower, but they really wanted that kill.
Old 11 with that Aghanim Scepter is saying, hey, I'm not scared of you as long as I've got water on the field. Power of the Elements is on his side, but the RP onto the two supports, and now they followed up with the Overgrowth as well. The Cookie does manage to get the Snapfire a little bit farther away. PYW was protected by the Shadow Realm. The supports aren't dead yet, but Ori's making sure that at least Puppy's going to go down almost immediately. Terrorize follow up. Can he do the damage? It looks like he's bit by bit doing it, but the Cookie stolen from the Rubik puts him onto the Templar Assassin, but he's still going to get bursted down by a double damage melded up TA.
The amp came out, and you just knew he was done for. He still had ulti, still had Manta, but it doesn't matter. It's just way too much damage, and Team Secret just simply don't do enough. That was the ideal opening. I think they got both supports of the RP, but there wasn't damage. That's what's missing. It's Rubik, it's Tree, control, no damage. Morphling, Zai, look at Zai's net worth. He's effectively a third support.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand very quickly.
No, I mean, Yapsor left him early in lane, and he's been an orphan boy ever since, as he's just been struggling to be able to have much more impact than just a Skewer in much of these team fights. And the other two heroes, we said Secret, they were drafting for late game, but it seems like they're going to be run over nice and early.
Yeah, this is TA Dota 2. Coming in to this tournament, the only thing I was sure of was that we would see a lot of TA and a lot of Slardar. You give both away to the enemy side, you've got to have a pretty damn good response. And Secret's individual heroes as concepts, like, it makes sense, right? The control for the BKBs, the ability to scale and go late game, but their lanes just not good. No ability to make plays. We talked about Vici maybe needing to put their foot on the gas, but you know, Secret ultimately were just sort of trading a little bit, but arguably ineffectively, because TA is always going to be farming faster than you are in the mid-game portions. Now 9k gold. Halberd on Nisha, like, they're just trying to mitigate damage at this point.
Yeah. So the timing itself doesn't necessarily matter. So what matters is that first team fight actually goes well for Vici.
Yeah.
Whether it happens at 15 minutes or 20 minutes, as long as you successfully win that fight, get the Roshan, then it's a snowball downhill from there. And yeah, you can see 10,000 net worth lead for Vici Gaming now, 23 minutes. I mean, this is much more one-sided game, at least initially here, than game 1.
And a clinic on how to use an Aegis. They got Roche 3 minutes ago. They took mid-tier 1. They took bot tier 2. They have outpost control. Look at the warding they've placed. Now they immediately invade Radiant Triangle with the Ancient Camp. This is just textbook choking out the map as Vici Gaming. They have the Aegis at 6-on-5, and they're just going to continue to grow that gold lead.
Yeah, and you can see Matamba Man, he's already given up on his triangle. He wasn't even close to farming it. Instead, he's playing that top side of the map with Puppey.
Dire's top tower.
But it does mean, I mean, that is one way to play carry. As your triangle gets invaded, you play on the enemy side of the map. But what does Nisha really do? You know, I feel like if one of them is farming, the other one is going to be struggling in some way. As you can see, Nisha's getting farm bottom, but right now, the Matamba Man's not doing anything. He's literally on the corner of the map, sitting there.
And it may have worked way back at TI7, but not as effective. He's behind the creep wave. Him and this just feels bad. Secret relegated to the outskirts of the map as Vici Gaming take the game paths all throughout the center.
Oh, TY, that was sneaky. Drops down the ward and catches Nisha's courier. What did it have on it? We'll have to find out in a bit as Vici Gaming using the last bit of remnants of their Aegis here to try and finish off the rest of the towers. See if they can take this tier 2 before too long. Scared away Puppey. They've got vision of him. And Old 11 is trying to catch up the overgrowth just to be able to survive here. Zai, is he going to try and go for a skewer back? He will not.
You just can't.
Yeah, you just can't.
With sprint item, I actually love the way Old 11 has played this. Now going for the blink, but look at the survivability. The hood with sprint active, and you notice he's not using it until the initiation comes out because he recognizes I have to make myself target. Matu, status update, yes, still in the trees, but he will shift to the right, a more secure area of the forest.
He's just Manta pushing. That's all he's doing. He dropped his Manta illusions. He's playing in experience range.
Yeah.
But he's not showing his actual hero because he's terrified to death.
Okay, look, he's moved to the bottom part of the lane.
Okay.
Jungle.
Yeah,
They'll never suspect his presence there.
No, it's true.
Pops the Manta once again.
He may even show himself for a little bit. We'll have to see. Vici Gaming, though, smoked up 4-man while the Faceless Void pushes out bottom. I like this smoke movement because they're moving to their Faceless Void.
Yep.
The Aegis is down. This is an opportunity where Secret would try in other games to try and get a smoke and get a pick off or something.
It's so good to watch because they first...
Oh, there's the potential, but never mind. It's a skewer back on a refraction.
That used to not work. They changed it 3 years ago. Back in the day, it was a lot harder to play TA because you could actually cancel blink daggers, but now with the refraction pre-popped, all good. But they cleared the triangle, then moved with the smoke, and now they're in the base. Okay, well, peace out, Yapsor.
Yeah. Not long for this world, and Poyoyo is literally farming creeps underneath the tier 3.
Radiant's bottom
and they had already shut the waves.
This living armor is only going to do so much. Ori right now, he's demolishing this. Old 11's creating a little bit of chaos here in the mid lane, but eventually he joins over to his team and sets up another puddle. You know how you have your thing about Legion Commander? Max out W, max out W. I have the same thing with Slardar. I hate early blink dagger.
Yeah.
I want to see some tank on this point. Another fear back, another blink away. But Old 11 did jump in, but he's also finding a nice 3-man Chronosphere. And here comes the fire. Puppey, he's going to be the first one falling. Fear up onto Nisha. He does barely manage to get off his ultimate, though. He turns around and starts going for the Slardar, and it looks like they may actually have the damage here. RP locks him down underneath the tier 4s, but Poyoyo is perfectly fine. They've killed one core, but they've lost 2 heroes for it, and Vici Gaming is undeterred. They continue their siege onto the buildings, and Secret feels like they've run out of abilities, and they're very rapidly running out of time in this game, too.
I just don't know what you're supposed to do at this point. The damage I put on Vici Gaming is just absurd. It's you can't make up for the lack of DPS on the side of Secret right now, because that was a Chronosphere. The Snapfire feels confident enough. He was just like cooking in. the follow-up. He pops his ultimate for free. There's the halberd on Troll. Like, it's not as if Secret are getting any damage items up and running anytime soon. Zai's got a Force Staff queued up. They're just trying to survive. Meanwhile, Vici are already onto the luxury phase.
Are they even going to try? Look at him. Yo. He's like, I'm not afraid of a skewer. Hell, I'll time walk into you guys. See what's up. Okay, time walks away, and then he gets caught by the skewer, but almost instantly he pops Satanic and heals himself up near to full.
Daedalus on your TA?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I have to say, though, Kyle, I think Vici Gaming, what I love about what they've done in this game, they have done nothing half-ass.
Nope.
You know, when they made the rotation to bottom tier 1, they respected Living Armor and they respected Secret's team fight, and they brought everybody there.
Yep.
Same goes with the Roshan. They didn't try and take it too early. They took their time, found the team fight that they wanted to find, then went for it. It feels like everything from Vici Gaming is very disciplined.
I think their smoke usage, the best part about that, almost feels like they may have game planned it. The initial smoke to place a ward under 2 secret wards that would have spotted it to ensure the Roshan would be uncontested. Then they clear out the top Radiant Triangle, clear the camp, smoke back towards their Void and their Vision. And then when that engagement happens, like first off, they all now, of course, they have a ward in the Secret base. But that meant that Secret were pushed back into their base from the mid lane. The bottom lane's already pushing in. Suddenly 11's causing chaos, but the TA's already got bot tier 3 to half HP. Now you're taking an easy team fight. It's a 3-man chrono. It's just always Vici in control of the vision. They're the ones sort of moving our observer. And where he looks, Vici are looking to make plays because they're in control of basically this game from about 15 minutes to just now. In Secret, you need a huge play. You need some kind of massive steal.
Yeah,
3-man RP.
What does that look like? An RP skewer back in a like tier 4. It's an overgrowth on top of that. I don't know what Yapsor steals to make the game amazing for them, but
Chronosphere? Fear?
I mean,
Snapfire ultimate wouldn't be terrible, but how are you going to get that?
Yeah,
seriously. You don't have vision. Secret's one ward right there. It's fading fast. I got another one to triangle.
MKB coming up next for Poyoyo. He is a very happy boy. SNY, early Satanic. Again, like, really respecting Secret, making sure that with this lead that they have, that they don't give away any potential easy kills. He made sure that he is incredibly durable.
And it's the right move, too. I think the whole team with this concept in mind. You know, I think Old 11 exemplifying it, just saying, all right, good luck, guys. Halberd, Hood, he's not dying. Void 3k plus HP.
57 HP regen a second, both when he's in the river as well as thanks to the Paladin Sword and the Sange amplifying that even further, so he's getting just tons of amplification on his regeneration.
They even have the Holy Locket on the Snapfire to go with the mech, so even more healing potential.
I love Holy Locket right now on certain heroes. Oh, puppy! Oh, popped out of those trees at just the wrong time.
He did get a nice ward off on the bottom bounty.
Yeah.
It's not a bad play, really. You kind of need to make a risky excursion, because at this point, if you just sit in your base, it's a surefire way to lose the game.
Yeah.
You're behind this much as Team Secret, like, you need to take risks.
Who are you giving the shard to? I feel like TA is really good.
I think so, too. At this point, I don't even know how much it matters. I wouldn't mind giving it to the Slardar, just for the, you know, you save time, right? If you can blink stun and have the haze already applied, then there's no delay in the TA timing to get the meld strike off.
Yeah, for sure.
Middle tower is under attack.
All right, well, there's not a whole lot of game left in this second one in this series as Vici Gaming bringing down the tier 2s, a second assault of the base, and this is pretty much going to be the last hold for Team Secret.
We shall see what you can do here, Team Secret. Puppy, do you have any tricks left? You need something crazy here. A skewer, huge root.
Okay, Orthos into the skewer back on a solo Templar Assassin. That he does have the Aegis, so they gotta watch out. Oh, what a beautiful Chronosphere. Oh, yo, not even his soul. He gets around the overgrowth. the stolen Chronosphere, actually catching the TA and the Slaughter, but Poyo still kills Nisha. And now he's going to turn around. They get the RP, yes. Can he get a Hortoss with the skewer back? He's got nothing left in the tank, and neither does the rest of Secret. They're going to buy back here, but abilities on cooldown. Ultimately, they played the team fight about as well as you can ask for, Kyle.
Has fallen.
And it wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't. They just didn't have the damage. You can't really ask for better spellcasting in this spot, but just look at that.
There he goes. GG. GG. Damn. VG Gaming coming back with a vengeance in this game 2. Losing a 60-minute game and then make it up for lost time with a